So today is Saturday. I was actually I was actually supposed to record this video yesterday, Friday. Usually I record my videos on Friday, but yeah, I had a very busy Friday yesterday, and I thought it'll probably be better for me to record the video today on Saturday. So I mean, today I'm going to talk about just comparing yourself to other people. That sounds like a school presentation. Sorry about that. So look, yeah, comparison, right? Comparing yourself to other people, it's a big thing. A lot of people compare themselves to other people now. I want to specifically talk about comparing yourself to others as a man, right? Obviously, my main focus is mindset, fitness, business, finances, all of those things. And I know girls obviously compare themselves to other women as well, and they have their own struggles. But yeah, as I said, specifically, I'm going to talk about just comparing yourself to other men, right? For us men, we do compare ourselves to other people. We do a lot. Actually, we're very competitive. I am a very competitive person, so I do struggle with comparison sometimes. I really, compare myself to other people. And I know it's not good for me, but yeah, because I'm a very competitive person, I regularly find myself comparing myself to others. And sometimes it makes me feel better about myself, and sometimes it makes me feel terrible about myself. And that's exactly why overall it's not a good idea to compare yourself to other people. There are some good aspects to doing that, right? If you're just a lazy man, just sitting on his ass all day, not doing anything with himself, then it is good to look at other people and actually get some perspective on life and what you're busy doing with yourself versus what other men at your level or at your age or whatever are doing with themselves. So in a sense, it can be good to sometimes compare yourself to other people or to other men, but it's also very important not to compare yourself to other people too much or too regularly, right? Especially, comparing yourself with people that are way older or way ahead of you. It's just not a good idea. The thing is, a lot of times, let's say you're a bit older. Obviously, I'm still very young, but let's say you're like a 30-year-old or a 35-year-old and you compare yourself to younger men that have achieved a lot more in their lives. Yes, it is true. Maybe they were more focused at a younger age and they, did more with their lives earlier than you. But at the end of the day, you can't do anything about that. You can't change that. So comparing yourself to them and making yourself feel terrible about that isn't a good way to go. You should rather just put your head down and focus on improving your life and making the best of what you have left. Right. So that's the thing about comparison. It's not going to get you anywhere. Let me rephrase. It can help you, as I said, to get some motivation, get you off your ass and actually do something with your life. But then you have to stop because, as I said, I've found myself multiple times comparing myself to other people. And then at the end of the day, mostly it makes me feel worse about myself. And that could be maybe sometimes I'm not doing enough, but also you are your own person. It's very important to remember that. And if you just compare yourself to other people, it's not going to make a difference. You're going to have to decide. You're going to have to decide what you want and what you're willing to sacrifice to get what you want. So comparing yourself is it's overall not a good way to go. Also, think about it. A lot of people on social media, the things you usually see is just a very, very small part of actually what's happening, right? So you may see someone that looks very wealthy and looks like he's got all the time in the world to himself, but you don't see the 12-hour days where he's working. And you don't see, I mean, I'm not saying all of the people on Instagram and Facebook or whatever that has money fakes it, but there are a lot of people that fake their wealth and their money. So once again, then you're comparing yourself to people who are not even where you want to be. So be very self aware, monitor your thoughts and everything you do. Make sure you don't compare yourself to other people too regularly. If you catch yourself comparing yourself to someone else, just stop that thought and rather focus on what you're busy with. Like I've found myself a few times, I would be busy with my business and there's like small breakthroughs that I'm making, and it makes me feel very excited because I'm making progress. And then a minute later or 5 minutes later, I see something on YouTube or Instagram from another, influencer or young millionaire or whatever, and then I just feel like everything that I was excited about just fades away because I'm like, yeah, I'm excited about getting like my third or my fifth client or even my first client, depending on where that would occur in my journey. But the point is, I'm getting excited about these small things. And then I'm looking at this other person making millions of dollars and just living this extraordinary life. And then it just makes you feel so demoralized and you lose the excitement of that small breakthrough that you made. So that's another reason why comparing yourself to others is just really, it's not healthy, especially if you do it on a regular basis. And if you decide to compare yourself to someone else, make sure it's for a predetermined reason, maybe to get yourself motivated or to just get some perspective. And then also compare yourself to people who are at your level. Don't compare yourself to someone who's already a multi-millionaire. So I know I said that you shouldn't compare yourself to others, and that is completely true. You shouldn't do it too regularly. But don't get too comfortable and let this mindset of not comparing yourself to others become an excuse not to work hard. Because if you always just tell yourself, no, but it's fine, I'm different, I'm special, I've got special circumstances, and that's why I can't do this, or I've got this problem, or that that's not going to get you anywhere. You can't use this as an excuse not to work hard. Just don't use it in an unhealthy way. Don't compare yourself to other people the whole time, demoralizing yourself. But make sure you do your best. Make sure you work hard and make sure you give your everything to get to where you want to go. So yeah, that's what I've got for today about comparison. I just felt like this is a very important point. As I said, this is something that's been stabbing me, regularly, especially more in the beginning of my journey. At this point, I'm starting to overcome that habit of comparing myself to others, and it's really making me feel better. But I know a lot of people struggle with it, and that's why I just felt it's important for me to just come on here and make a short video about actually comparing yourself to others and why it's not a good idea to do so. And yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say there's a very specific strategy to overcoming that, except for being self aware, monitoring your thoughts. And when you catch yourself comparing yourself to other people, just eliminate that thought, just take it out of your head and focus on something else. Another thing that you can do that also really helps with not comparing yourself to other people is to not scroll on social media like YouTube and Instagram too regularly. And when you do, make sure you're doing it with intention, right? Go on YouTube with intention, go on Facebook or Instagram, TikTok, doesn't matter, with intention. Don't just scroll around, because if you're interested in like entrepreneurship, you're obviously going to get videos of other online entrepreneurs, and you're going to get a lot of people showing off their luxurious lifestyles and the stuff that they do every day. So, and that's just going to make you feel terrible. So stay off of those platforms if you don't have a true intention of maybe watching an educational video. And the morning routine of a $100,000 per month entrepreneur doesn't count as a productive video. Really watch things that are directly applicable to something you're struggling with. Something that I used to do a lot was I would watch a lot of content that I don't necessarily need right out now, but I just thought it's useful to know the information. Where now what I do, which works a lot better because I'm on YouTube quite a lot to get more information, but I wait until I encounter the problem, right? So I don't watch the video and then wait for the problem to come over my path. I'd rather wait until the problem occurs, and then I watch a video on how to solve that, apply it, and then I also remember much better, right? And this way also I don't waste a lot of time and energy watching random videos which ultimately just leads to me comparing myself to other people who are more successful than me, and at the end of the day then feeling a lot worse or feeling very bad about myself. So yeah, I really hope that this video gave you some perspective, could help you a bit, around your thoughts on comparison and overcoming that. So yeah, I'd really appreciate if you guys can leave a like on this video, subscribe to my channel, and then also I'll be linking my TikTok and my Instagram and all of that in the bio. I would really appreciate if you can go and give me a follow on those those platforms as well. But yeah, thanks for watching this video. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you in my next one.